Hi, bonjour. I will share with you yung aming visit sa Strasbourg. It is in northern France. It is the capital city of Alsace, now called Grand Est region. So it's a relatively small city, pero very ano siya, very quaint, at saka for me parang ito yung isa sa mga most picturesque that I've seen in this journey. The first one, mapapansin nyo dito sa Strasbourg ay cobblestone talaga yung kanilang mga yung kanilang road, yung kanilang mga streets. At ang opinion ng aking friend from Europe na si Miles ay ito. Let's hear it. Bakit ganyan? Bakit mga cobblestones?
Hindi nga, yung mga medieval times. So the horses can as well be.
Inabot natin, kaya ang Intramuros ganun din.
Oh, pero ang mga streets na, we never had
cobblestones. Yes. Pero the whole of Europe, ano?
Oo.
So, ang Strasbourg, according to our official tourist guide, nakamukha ni Ed Sheeran, is napapaligiran daw to ng water. So, ito ang kanyang mga opinion, ang mga sinabi niya na regarding yung pag-fortify nung buong lugar ng Strasbourg.
City of streets, not these streets that we have around us, but two other streets that are made with water, the Rhine River and the Ille River, so the river that you crossed while coming here. These rivers, they were extremely important for the development of the city. As you can guess, on a river we can trade, and also we can use it as a protection, as a natural border. So that's why this Rhine River was used, and that's why also this Ille, we're going to see that many times, it flows around a small island, and this island is the complete historical city. It's 1 kilometer long, 800 meters wide, so a small one, but we are going to see the majority of the things inside. And inside that island, we have in the middle that little church, which is the cathedral of the city. Yeah. Kind of little church.
Little church.
That's the cathedral of the city. It was built here in 1015 and it was finished in 1439. 1015, 1439. 4 centuries to build. Okay?
Magkakaroon ka rin ng chance to see the Gothic na cathedral dito sa Strasbourg. Ngayon ko lang nalaman na ang mga ano pala, ang lahat ng, kala ko ang Notre Dame, isa lang siya. Ito lang yung Notre Dame. Yung pala, ano yun, kaya lahat, maraming churches na pangalan Notre Dame kasi para siya sa kay Mama Mary. So merong Notre Dame of Strasbourg, merong Notre Dame of Paris, ganyan pala siya. So, akala ko parang specific to Paris lang yung Notre Dame na title ng na pangalan ng church.
Notre Dame, just like the one in Paris, just like the name of a lot of cathedrals in France, because in the 1600s, at the beginning of the 1600s, the King of France was very sick. Everyone said that he was going to die, and he said, I'm going to pray to the Virgin Mary, and if I recover, I will put the French kingdom under the protection of the Virgin Mary. And this is what happened. He recovered from the disease, and then all the cathedrals, not all of them, but a vast majority of the cathedrals in France were now dedicated to the Virgin Mary. So that's why this one is called Notre Dame of Strasbourg. That's why the one in Paris is called Notre Dame of Paris. That's why we always have to add the name of the city afterwards. Because if I tell you, wait for me in front of Notre Dame, you wait for me here and I go to Paris, that's a problem. Okay.
So since kakaiba siya, ito naman ang explanation niya ng ating guest vlogger.
In the Black Forest, I'm sure you heard about that mountain range. The Black Forest, it's approximately 60 to 70 kilometers from here on the east. And as we were more German than French right here, of course people used to go in a German mountain range to mine the stone. Okay.
According to the guide, ang first Bible pala was printed in Strasbourg. Kaya lang, may konting intriga. Kasi, ang sinasabi is, dito sa Strasbourg daw. Pero ang sabi namang iba, sa Germany daw, sa Mainz. So, tignan natin kung anong masasabi ng ating guest vlogger.
In the restaurant Gutenberg as well. So, if we have his name here, you can guess that we're going to talk about Gutenberg. Yes. So he's right here. We can't see him that much because he's under restoration at the moment. We want to make him beautiful for the summer. So that's why we have scaffolded the first Bible.
Printing the first Bible.
Exactly, exactly. And the thing is, here in Strasbourg, we say that he did that here. But if you go to the city of Mainz, which is in Germany, people say the same thing. Yes. Because he was born there, and he worked as a jeweler there in Mainz. He worked also as a jeweler here in Strasbourg, but we don't really know where he did all of his work. That's why here in Strasbourg we say he printed the first Bible here. That's why in Mainz people say he printed the first Bible there. Today, so it means that in 1870, before the war, we were French. We became German because France lost. 1918. Germany lost, we became French. 1940, France lost, we became German. 1945, Germany lost, we became French. 4 times we changed, and back and forth. So imagine that some people in their life, they changed 4 times their nationality.
Sa Strasbourg also, may makikita kayong mga parang mga nakasulat-sulat sa mga ano nila, yung dingding ng kanilang sa mga walls ng mga building. So, ang kwento is, pagka daw, ikaw ang builder or architect ng building na yun, pwede mo siyang lagyan ng ganon, parang may label. Buti pa sa Strasbourg, lahat may labels, diba? Tayo, wala pa din. Eto na siya.
What are those?
Here. There are no runes. So these little symbols that I showed you right here and right there, think about 2 things. Who did that and why? And I give you the answer on the next stop. You saw all the symbols they were different. So it means that each builder had a special symbol. If I am a builder and I work on the construction of the building that I showed you, each time I make a stone or I make a statue, I put my symbol.
Stamp!
Yeah, it's like a stamp actually. And necklace is Alsace, so Alsatian. And it looks like that. So Place Saint-Thomas, that's French. Thomasplatz, that's German. That's German, that's Alsatian. I mean, in German, that's the same thing as well, Thomasplatz. So don't be surprised if you see these signs with 2 inscriptions, French and Alsatian, because historically the streets, they have 2 names. Because when we are French, everything is written in French. When we are German, everything is written in German or in Alsatian.
So, while doing the walking tour, may nakita kaming mama na nakaupo doon sa tabi ng fountain. Hawig niya si Einstein. So, syempre, si Habi, papicture agad, diba? So, kasi yun naman yung mga gusto niya, yung mga weird na mga poses. So, ayan, so pinagbigyan natin. It turned out, hindi naman pala siya si Einstein. Ito siya, ipapakilala siya sa inyo ni Ed Sheeran.
He was born in 1875 here. So he was born German, okay? He was born German. 1918 he became French. 1940 he became German. 1945 he became French. 1965 he died French. He was born German.
90 years old.
He died French, but in the meantime, he changed 3 times now.
So, tapos, lakad-lakad pa rin kami, lakad-lakad, diba? Tapos, parang merong sobrang long na street doon. So, andun yung mga, syempre, cobblestones pa rin siya, diba? Tapos, meron siyang mga, mga shops ba? Parang tapat-tapat na ganun. Alam mo yun yung Crisologo feels lang. Pero tapat-tapat yung mga stores. So, merong mga high-end ganyan. Actually, may Louis Vuitton dito eh. Tapos, na mas okay sana bumili kasi hindi siya, wala ka ng pila, wala ka ng kaya lang we weren't able to visit kasi nga we are so pressed for time. Ang pangalan nitong street na to ay Grand Rue or Long Strass. Tama ba ako? Titignan ko nga. O, tama naman. So, ayan. So, ito yung mga, niya, yung mga kwento niya doon, tungkol doon.
Longest street. Longer.
Longest.
Like long.
Why? Is it long?
I mean, look behind you. Look that way. Well, it's a little bit hidden because the street is a little bit curved like that. But the street is called like that, Long Street, because as you can guess, it's the longest street in the city center. We said before the city center is approximately 1 kilometer long. That street is approximately also 1 kilometer long. So from the church right there at the end to the place where we will end the tour and meet the bus, yeah, it crosses the entire city center, and that street is not only one of the longest ones, but it's also one of the oldest ones in the city, because the creators of the city, we talked a lot about the French and the Germans, but the creators of the city, they were not the French nor the Germans, they were the Romans. These Romans, they arrived here around 15 BC. Watch out, we have a truck coming. Please.
What's the name of the street again?
Long Street. Long Street.
Long Street. So, while walking also, bigla kami nakitang mga sundalo. Medyo na-scared naman ako ng konti. Pero yung pala, normal lang yan na sight sa Europe. Particularly also in Strasbourg after nung mga terrorist attack sa kanila. So, laging may ganyan na nagpapatrolya para you would feel safer. Actually, this is one place in France na parang safe siya puntahan. Alam mo yun, tsaka may safe kang feeling na nararamdaman. Yun yung impression ko dun sa lugar na ito. Kasi di ba may mga places naman in the world na parang, ano ba to? Parang feeling ko scary. So, tignan natin itong mga nagpapatrol. Di ba? They are patrolling in the city.
In other cities,
there was a terrorist attack here.
You see them in Paris, in other cities in France.
So, parang another 10 minutes walk, we entered Le Petit France. So, ano ba tong Le Petit France? According to yung marker sa street na yon, ano siya, dati siyang industrial site. Yan ang kanyang past, o diba? So, lahat in-store sa kanya, dyan. Tapos, pati yung parang mga urban poor, dun din sa Le Petit France na nandoon nagstay. Tapos, andun din yung mga tannery, yung mga metalworks na ginagawa. Kasi, ano lang siya, maliit lang siya. So, pwede siyang they can protect it, yung kanilang mga stocks dyan sa lugar na yan before nung giyera. So, maliban doon, ano ba ang pwedeng makita sa Le Petit France? Yung andyan yung mga timber framed house. Alam niyo yung mga nakikita natin sa Pied Piper, ito na siya, yung may mga ganon-ganon na mga bahay na merong mga kahoy sa mga gilid na naka-frame na gano'n na sobrang for me is so European, very German actually siya sa akin, pero kasi nga ang Strasbourg inoccupy ng German, inoccupy ng ano. So, parang, alam mo na, parang Pilipinas, nakukuha yung mga, kung ano man yung meron yung bansang nag-colonize sa kanila. So, ang ganda-ganda kasi, syempre, hindi siya masyadong maraming tao. So, mas ano siya, mas masarap siyang puntahan kasi nga, hindi siya masyadong touristy, ewan ko lang pero parang nung time na nandun kasi kami, parang ang konti lang talaga ng mga turista, kaya masarap maglakad, malamig, tsaka makakapag-picture ka properly. Tapos, all over the city, may mga makikita kayong towers. May magandang storya dyan. Pero, trip tips. Pagka maiihi ka na sa Strasbourg, merong dalawang magkatabi na tower na malapit sa dam. Andun sa likod ang CR, ha. So, ito yung towards the end of the ano na yan, the walking tour. So, itong storya naman yung mga towers na yan.
It's about the big towers that we can see right in front of us. These towers, they used to be, and they are actually remains of the fortifications of the city. We had 90 towers like these ones built all around, 90 built all around, watchtowers all around the city center in order to protect it. Remember, we said 1 kilometer long, 800 meters wide, 90 towers like that. So you can imagine how protected the city was and also how wealthy the city was.
So, as you go through it, meron kayong makikita na ako fascinated ako sa covered bridges kasi parang it always reminds me of the story of bridges of Madison County, di ba? Kasi yung mga covered bridges, like, ito yung mga covered bridges. So dati actually nandun pa 1300s kasi siya binild, diba? So ayan, so isa sa mga marker ang sinabi, pala yan, mga defensive bridges. So, nilalagyan siya ng roof. Tapos, ginawa na tong mga galleries ngayon. Kasi, syempre, wala naman silang kagera, diba? So, yun na yun. So, pero hindi nila tinanggal. Yun yung napansin ko. Yun yung napansin ko sa Europa. Parang, oo, at nagiging, sila, progressive, talagang they keep up with the times, pero yung pag-nurture nung kultura, andun pa din, hindi nila winawala. Halimbawa, at saka pala may kwento, yung yung property mo, pwede mo siyang i-restore na subsidize siya ng government, i-apply mo lang yun. So, ganong kataas ang pag-value nila sa mga lugar na talagang kaya na-maintain nila kasi mahirap mag-maintain ng mga ganyan, di ba? Tayo kasi parang demolish. Na-imagine ko siguro kung halimbawa yung pinakamalapit sa akin yung Santa Ana, kasi ang gaganda ng mga old houses dyan kaya lang tinatanggal na. Ayan, parang meron na lang ako nakikita. Konting-konti na lang talaga ng mga old houses. Buti nga ang vegan medyo na talagang ang pagmamahal sa tradisyon, kultura, talagang mataas dito sa pati sa nature. Yun yung mga learning na napansin ko. Kasi importante yun di ba? Yung roots mo na para makita pa ng future generation na ang Europe is very successful in doing it, kasi talagang kahit na may mga parts na makikita ka na parang BGC, wow, para naman tong BGC, pero may mga tatawag na old town, ganyan, na doon ka pupunta tapos makikita mo pa rin yung dating sila, diba? Paano na yung dating sila? Parang mahirap nang balikan yung dating sila. Pero sila, balikan nila yan. Diba?
Lalo na si Hall. Hindi yung inner buildings. I don't know, in Paris, they are being subsidized by the government.
to
Restore.
the buildings, especially yung kaya pang i-restore. And again, on the streets.
Talagang
kung
so
saan-
much respect for history.
Oo. At hindi yung tipong pag yumaman ka, papagayba mo glass shot. No, because you have the obligation, you have the duty in the city that you are situated here. That's why you will be subsidized. You will be subsidized by the government. So, meron ka rin pang-renovate.
Very good.
So, yun lang. So, basta pag walking tour, make sure ang galing ng anyong mga sapatos, 'di ba? Ako super proud ako na syempre Tom's girl ako kasi nga sila parang they give back sa part of their yung mga kinikita nila, i-dinodonate nila yan. So ako kasi gusto ko yung mga ganong may mga paninindigan at may mga advocacy sa buhay. So yan ang aking sinusupport. Talagang hindi ako bumigay or wala akong paltos or pasa or whatever. Very comfy. Walang blisters, ganyan. So, yun. So, basta pag nagsapatos kayo, kung ano na yung luma yung sapatos na lagi nyong ginagamit, ayun ang inyong gamitin. Huwag yung bago kasi nga, hindi maganda yun dahil hindi nyo pa nga siya nabe-break in, diba? O kaya bili kayo shoes, mga 3 months, gamitin nyo siya, tsaka nyo siya dalhin dito sa Europa dahil sobrang dami nga ng mga walking dito. Talagang walking is life. Can you imagine? From 93 steps, 093 ha, aba, ang Vanessa Zapata nag-15,000 steps, diba? Parang average ko, 12, 13, ganyan, sa trip namin. So, yun, ano pa ba? After ng Le Petit France, umano na ulit kami. Nag-travel na kami going to Paris. Siyempre, diba? Everyone naman wants to go to Paris. Ayan, ito pa rin ang happening place ng arts and fashion. So, in my next vlog, iaano ko sa inyo kung ano naman ang mga nangyari sa Paris. Kasi nga, Olympics na, alam nyo na. Bye!